back to Mayday Mayhem 2015. My name is Rock the Mike. I'm on the mic here with L. Ryan Hubbard.
That's right, coming to you from the Mayday Mayhem 2015.
We're taking on Durango Roller Girls, the Derailers. Going to go and see Lava City. Give you a quick rundown of who's skating here for Durango. We've got number 10, Shotgun Shaheen, number 1013, Kilicha, number 1026, Caranoid Psychosis, number 1080, Mother Stucca, number 24, Kim Jel Ilin, number 30, Dose of Jose, number 31, Mega Bash, number 42, Quadus of Pain, number 501, Gene Schwartz, number 566, Destroyer, number 8008, Brutal B, number 85, Tuberculosis, number 911, Ike Rumba, number 939, Bad Check Bohati.
And for Lava City in white, it's going to be 00, Yoko Ono, number 1, Anya Az, number 10, Disabler, 100, Nilla Waster, 123, Panty Dropper, 211, Juice Nukem, number 4, Dame Deviant, 40, Dirty Joe, 44, Screamin' Melanie, number 8, Knickerbocker, number 83, Mudslinger, number 86, Volatile, number 969, Cutthroat Cali, and H2O, and Elvira Mental.
All right, as we said, we've got Durango in the white, Lava City in black. I thank ColoradoSports.TV for broadcasting this for you guys watching at home today. You're home for all local sporting coverage in Colorado.
All right, it's going to be a minor delay here, ladies. Sorry about that.
Waiting to get started here. We got some technical difficulties with the paperwork, making sure we have everything sorted out and filled out correctly before we get started. This is a WFTDA sanctioned tournament, so standings are on the line, so we want to make sure we have everything done correctly to not impact that in a negative way.
Yeah, and the referees and officials this whole tournament have been great at making sure everything has flowed as smooth as possible and making sure everything is done in the most professional way possible.
Yeah, we've had an absolutely fantastic officials crew. Our NSOs, really the stars of the show. We're running, I think it's 4 total NSO crews for both tracks. So these guys are doing several games in a row. So we really want to take a second to thank our non-skating officials for all their time and hard work. They never get anywhere near enough credit for what they do. A little fun fact about Durango. The Durango Derailers are called so because of the Durango Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. Big deal down there in Durango. They have played in 4. They played against 4 of the Mayday teams here. Previously, they played Pueblo, they played Duke, Happy Valley, and Foco. And all those games were previously unsanctioned, so Durango really looking to get up on the sanctioning level here. Get some good rankings going for them. Right now, currently ranked at 162. Lava City ranked at 126. Referee's doing a quick track check, make sure all the tape is still down. Don't want any hazards there. Lava City has been at the Wild West Showdown 4 times. It was in 2010, 2011, 2013, and 2014. And both teams ready to go here, just waiting on the officials to make sure they have everything finalized. Skaters still allowed to have a little bit of fun.
That's true. There's still a little bit of fun allowed here on the track till that whistle blows. Then it is all business.
All business all the time. So far, Mayday this weekend, we've had a lot of great gameplay. It's a very slippery track. We've seen the repercussions of that. A lot of people sliding out. Polished concrete, very slick and unforgiving surface.
Yeah, and we've also seen some great debuts from some previously unranked WFTA teams.
Most definitely.
Winnipeg and Mud City coming out strong here at Mayday, and it'll be interesting to see what their rankings end up being.
That's right. We're going to be doing our actual tournament bracket here coming up. I believe that starts later this afternoon. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It looks like that action is going to start happening around 4 o'clock. And we are over here on track 2. I see officials starting to line up in position. We should be getting going here just any second now. All right, there is the ready, set, go whistle. So we are on the opposite end of the track from the jammer line. So bear with us as we identify our jammers. Already off to an early start. Lava City holding the front of the pack. Durango trying to break through.
That is Kill Icha there in white for Durango, getting that lead jammer. Lava's jammer still mixing it up there in the pack. A tight 3-wall. She gets able to get past it. They try to bridge, try to chase her down, but she's able to get through to start her scoring run. And that is number 1, Anya Az.
And Kilicha going to go ahead and call off that jam, picking up 3 points for Durango.
Yeah, that's where you see those blockers come in with that big hit and make those jammers realize it's just easier to call it off than to try to get back up and get in that track because the opposing jammer is coming in quick.
That's right. You got to know where that other jammer is, know if it's worth the fight to try and get back through, or if it's better to just call it off, get those couple of points, and end it quickly.
Yeah, 4 points now on the board for Durango. Again, they are skating in white, Lava City in black.
Next jam underway. Lava City trying to control the front. Durango breaking up through. Cutthroat Cali jamming for Lava City. And she's going to be your lead jammer.
Jammers out of the pack at almost the same time, neck and neck, right behind each other.
That is Destroyer jamming for Durango. Again, jammers only about 10-15 feet apart at this point. Coming up on the back of the pack about 10 feet away.
That's right, pack trying to speed it up, keep their team in front, but it looks like 2 points being scored there for Lava City.
That's going to be 2 points there for Lava City right now. So
and as we line up for the next jam, Durango in front of the pack, Lava City in back.
2 minutes expired, 2 jams down.
So I've seen a lot of interesting things happen with where people are lining up. Some teams tend to do better when they're lined up in the front of the pack. Some are better in the back.
And we've even been seeing some of those old school pivot line starts this tournament.
I like the pivot line starts. It gives the jammers a little more time to work with it. You don't have that scrum start to try and fight through initially. So if you don't have a clean break on either side, lining up in the pivot line gives you a little bit more room to work with.
And that's going to be bad check Bo Hadi for Durango, getting that lead jammer status, but very close on her tails is number 211, Juice Newcomb.
And a little too hot, forcing the call off, 0-0 jam.
Scoreless jam, still 4 points to Durango.
So 3 jams in. Durango currently on top with a score of 4-2. Low scoring game so far.
And number 911, Ika Rumba, on the line for Durango.
Durango again lining up in front. Durango in white.
And full strength match. Impeding both of our jammers currently.
Both teams put up some pretty solid defensive walls here.
That's right. They had Durango's jammer on that inside line. She came out through the outside line and still is just fighting her way through.
Screaming Mimi jamming for Lava City.
And for Durango, it's 911, Ike Rumba.
Ike Rumba gets through first, lead jammer. That breaks Lava City's streak of lead jammer. Lava City had 2 jams in a row. Ike Rumba working her way around, calls off the jam. Just as Lava City's jammer comes up on the back of the pack, Ike Rumba picking up 3. And Durango slightly increasing their lead.
Yep, still a close game, 2-7 right now with Durango on top, and we are just still over 25 minutes to go here in the first half. And
nobody really tried to break away yet or get any kind of big scoring runs. So very low scoring game, very tight action in the pack, keeping things contained nicely.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that clumping up there where they just control that jammer back and forth, side to side, trying to keep her from getting through.
Yes, nice solid wall right here from Durango.
Kalicha jamming now for Durango.
And Anya Az jamming for Lava City. She gets that in front, your lead jammer. A rematch of the first jam we saw.
Kalicha trying to take the inside line right there on turn 2. A big, big hit there from Lava City, sends her cycling back.
And Durango again with a solid 3-wall at the front of the pack as Anya Az tries to break through. And so getting forced to the outside, has to recycle behind the pack. And Kalicha getting through. That was her initial pass, so now looking to score. Anya Az sees her coming around, calls off the jam as she picks up 5.
5 points, Grand Slam pass and call off the jam.
And with that, we now have a tie game, 7-7, 24.5 to play.
A very, very close game so far. Not very common here as we've been seeing at Mayday. We've seen some very large point discrepancies, but these teams both playing very well, keeping that score low. I mean, with over 5 minutes to go, with just over 5 minutes played, each team's only picked up 7 points.
I said it's a lot of back and forth action too, whereas Durango will take one jam, Lava City will come in with the next. A lot of back and forth, to and fro. And as Destroyer fights her way through, she gets a forearm penalty. So it's going to open this up for Lava City.
Now this could be a big play for them. This is going to be the first power jam we've had so far. So here and now she is engaging the pack. Only 2 blockers out there now for Durango, and so she's able to get through for 5 points. That is Cutthroat Cali out there for Lava.
And Lava City going with the passive offense here, and with only 2 blockers, Durango really having to reel in.
No pass, no penalty called there. She gets on the track and calls it off.
It's a good job forcing her out of bounds. So Lava City now going to take the lead with that 9-point jam that brings them up to 16. Durango at 7.
That was some great defense there from Durango. They only had 2 blockers out there, and they were able to contain that power jam to just 9 points.
Right, in the meantime, they were able to actually kill that penalty, get their jammer back on the track before the jam ended.
There's that pivot line start we were talking about. That's Durango in white, the 2 blockers out there skating up to that pivot line. And bad check Bo Hottie jamming for Durango, but it is going to be lead jammer for Lava City. Number 1, 2, 3, Panty Dropper.
And Panty Dropper coming around up on the back of the pack. Durango in back. Durango's jammer getting a little aggressive, forcing Lava City's jammer out of bounds, but she comes back in, gets a cutting the track penalty, so now Durango with the power jam opportunity. And Pack holding, still coming down the straightaway, starting to creep away into turn 3.
Looks like so there was a, they're trying to do a star pass there, but it looks like a cut track now being called on number 24, Kim Jen Illen. So now back out on the track will be number 1, 2, 3, Panty Dropper for Lava City.
And Pack Speed still moving slowly, coming around turn. Panty Dropper breaks through, picks up 5.
And now both jammers back out on the track as Kim Jen Illen rejoins the action.
And this is going to be a full 2-minute jam. We've only got about 27 seconds left in this jam. Defense really playing a big factor here. Neither jammer having an easy time getting through this pack.
That's right, both teams at full strength, all 4 blockers out there.
And Panty Dropper finds a way around the outside, picks up 5. Kim Jen Illen trying to find a way around, goes to the infield.
Came in bounds with avoiding that cut track penalty, but it looks like no points were scored.
No pants were scored either. Everyone remains the same amount of pants they came in with. As a good footwork on her part, they're avoiding that cutting the track penalty. From here, that looked like it was a pretty difficult call to make. But clearly she did it right.
Yeah, absolutely. That was some great track awareness. She was able to come in through there. Now we got it quickly. We got lead jammer status from number 44, Screamin' Meanie, her first time jamming for Lava City. And that is going to be 1013 Kill Icha jamming for Durango as she makes her way through the pack to start her scoring run. And now that's going to be 5 points for Screamin' Mimi. Maybe that was 4 points there for Screamin' Mini. Lava City starting to run away with it now here, Rock. 30-7 with Lava City on top.
Yes, and we still have 19 and a half minutes left to play in this first period. So plenty of time for Durango to rally, come back. Lava City seeming to be able to work out their walls a little bit better, getting their jammer through faster. And as we've seen a lot here all weekend long, it's coming down to getting that lead jammer status.
Absolutely. Getting that lead jammer, letting you control that jam, it allows you to get those points and call it off before the opposing jammer can get into that pack.
That's right. Lava City right now, 75% of the time getting lead jammer.
And
yes, the scoreboard clearly reflecting that. But back to the action on the track.
Yeah, we have Lava City with lead jammer number 969, Cutthroat Callie. But she took a big hit there coming around turn one and had to cycle back. And that gave Durango all the time she needed to catch up to the pack. And that kept Lava City just down to 3 points.
All right, so yeah, Durango starting to rally already. So yeah, all about making those quick adjustments, figuring out what the other team is doing, responding appropriately.
Recognize the gentleman next to me in the fine fedora. This great example.
Durango lining up in the front of the pack. Lava City in the back. Scrum start on the jammer line.
MC Unreal deserves a little company on the microphone. Number 1, Anya Az has the star from Lava City.
That's Anya Az, number 1, who is jamming for Lava City in black.
And Durango's jammer trying to work her way through the front of the pack. That is number 939, Bedcheck Kohati. And she's going to be your lead jammer.
Yeah, coming around turn 2, number 4, Dame Deviant was trying to hold her but had to let her go, and that lets the jammer get that lead jammer position for her team.
And Bedcheck Kohati spinning out as she comes up on the Lava City half of the pack in the front, picks up 4 points, quickly calls it off. And that's going to bump Durango up to 11. Lava City still on top, though, with 33. So Durango seeming to have a bit of a momentum shift here.
We've got 11 points.
First they were holding Lava City, now Durango getting points on the board.
Yeah, that's right. These jams, except for one power jam, are all very small scoring jams. Each team able to force that lead jammer to call that jam off after just one go.
I say the nickel and dime strategy can be very effective in the right situation. Both teams really employing it pretty well here.
And now we have Kill Icha 1013 in white for Durango out there jamming for them. And it is and she is going to be your lead jammer. Big pile up there at turn 1.
But Juice Newcomb not wasting any time, finding an opening and escape from the pack.
Juice Newcomb jamming for Lava City.
She found very quickly was able to get through that pack on that last go around. Got in there, and again we see just this time just 1 point put on the board, and that is for Durango.
So again, Durango starting to take control of this game. That's that back and forth we were seeing earlier, continuing again now.
Yeah, the last few jams have gone Durango's way after Lava City had started to increase that lead that they had.
Yeah, Lava City had a streak 5 jams in a row where they had that lead jammer status. Durango now with it 2 in a row.
With that DerbySupply.net logo, and that's going to be your chance.
Blockers and jammers fighting on that outside line. And a multiplayer block now being called on number 44, Screamin' Meanie. As a toe stop, we have a toe stop making its way there into the ref area. And it looks like that is the Jammer's toe stop, I Rumba, and that is going to make this jam very difficult for her. That is when you are going to want to, they are going to need to encourage that star pass to get that to the pivot. Toe stop's very important to have on your skate.
Oh, I don't know. I've seen some jammers who don't even use toe stops. But it doesn't seem to be stopping her as she gets around, gets that lead jammer status.
Extending the lead streak for Durango.
Yeah, I Caramba working her way around, coming up about a quarter lap behind the pack.
A great stop there, just using the one toe stop she still has on her skate to take that outside line and get around for 5 points. This is the best jam I've seen for the skater who doesn't have that toe stop. Looks like there's a star pass for Lava City, but
star going to Dame Deviant, but a little too late. I Caramba star coming, called off the jam, and picked up 5 points. So score now, Lava City 33, Durango 17.
And I think she should get a bonus point for doing that with only one toe stop.
There you go. There's your L. Ryan Hubbard style point.
Number 96.
Lava City now lining up in front of the pack, currently down one blocker.
Very quickly finding that hole right on that scrum start. That's bad check Bo Hadi for Durango, getting that lead jammer. And again, just like you were saying, we have seen a little momentum shift here for Durango as they have been continuing to put the points up on the board and get lead jammer. And we had Cutthroat Cali getting through that pack quickly and forcing bad check Bo Hadi to call that jam off after just getting 4 points.
Yeah, so he's about half a lap behind, but still coming around very quickly, forcing that call off. So again, no really big scoring jams. We've had a couple that got up there, but for the most part, it's only been 4s and 5s that we've been seeing.
That's right. Lava City quickly rocketed up to that 33 points, and Durango just at 7. But Durango has been just chipping away at that lead to where they are now up to 21 points. And we are just at over 13 minutes to go now here in the first half.
Yeah, only 12 points separating these two teams.
As Kilicha for Durango gets through quickly, finds that gap, goes through it, and gets lead jammer for Durango.
And Anya Az jumps into the inside, clears the front of the pack. She's about a third of a lap behind. Pack's be starting to slow down as Durango trying to slow it down. Kilicha gets through, calls it off, picks up 4.
And keeping that continuation going where they pick up just a few points and call it off and keep Lava City from getting any points.
Yeah, that is now 5 jams in a row. Durango has gotten lead jammer status. So both teams have gotten lead jammer status half the time.
And Lava City now here in some penalty trouble. Just 2 blockers out there on the track for them. Looks like it will be 86 Volatile and number H2O and Elvira-Mental.
Now Screamin' Mimi jamming for Lava City. But it is number 566, Destroyer, your lead jammer for Durango.
Yeah, she took advantage of a big hit there at turn 1 for Screamin' Mimi, who had then had to cycle back. And that gave her all the opportunities she needed to get through. Almost through again, but a big hit from Elvira-Mental on turn 2, on the inside of turn 2, sends her cycling back.
And now all 4 Lava City blockers back on the track. We are up to 5 on 5.
And now Screamin' Mimi made her way through the pack to get her scoring run, forcing Durango to call it off, and that is 5 points for them. Now just a 3-point game as Durango has been in control of these last few jams.
And Lava City calling a timeout.
Brought a 2-2 record for 2015 into Mayday Mayhem, whereas Durango is starting their sanctioned play this weekend.
All right, we are 15 jams in. Durango having gotten lead jammer 8 of those 15. Lava City with the other 7. Very much back and forth as far as lead jammer goes. Score now clearly reflecting that as well. Lava City up with only a 3-point lead, 33-30. Penalties haven't really been that big of a factor yet.
No, we've only really seen one time when it was an issue. There was a power jam, and then there was just one time where there was just 2 blockers out there.
And as far as jammer penalties go, we've only had 1 for each team. And that was in the same jam. It's back in jam number 7, which is also when Durango had their star pass.
Yeah, very interesting jam that one was.
And both jammers getting a cutting penalty. It's also the only jam we've had that's gone the full 2 minutes.
I believe that is 211 Juice Newcomb out there for Lava City.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah, she skated backwards there on that turn 1 just to prove me right and let me see that jersey. And she is through and gets lead jammer for Lava. And now we could see, if this game continues, that could be the momentum change where we see 5 or 6 lead changes for Lava. And then could go back to Durango. That's how this game's gone so far.
And Kilicha jamming for Durango, about a quarter lap behind the pack. And Lava City quickly calling off the jam. Good call there.
Yeah, that last blocker was making her earn that. She was trying to buy as much time for her jammer as she could. Fortunately, it was not enough time, and so that was 4 more points put up on the board for Lava City.
And again, it all keeps coming back to that lead jammer. You get that lead jammer, you get 1 quick scoring pass, and that's how we're just slowly building up these scores. Lava City in black currently 37, Durango in white 30.
I like that combination of
Lava City up in the front of the pack. Volatile facing around backwards, directing traffic.
And we have number 911, Ike Rumba for Durango getting that lead jammer status.
Out of the pack for Lava City.
And Anya Az jamming for Lava City, coming up on the back of the pack, having made her initial pass.
Both teams able to pick up points on there. 3 points for Lava, 2 points for Durango.
So Anya Az forcing that call off. Ikarumba calling just a little slower than she should have. Lava City with the advantage in that jam, 3-2.
And right now,
with less than 10 minutes to play, only 8 points separating these two teams right now. Lava City at 40, Durango 32.
And a 1-2-3 of Penny Dropper out there.
And we are now under 2 minutes to go in the first half. On the outside, trying to take that outside line for Lava, and she is able to do it and get lead jammer. And that is number 123, Panty Dropper, jamming for Lava City.
And Bochek Hadi jamming for Durango.
And she's getting dangerously close. That was right there, right about to get to the pack. But then with Panty Dropper gets 4 points and calls it off.
So again, jammer awareness, knowing where that other jammer is at all times. A very important part of this one and done strategy.
That is Kilicha. She is out there wearing the star yet another time, the 969.
And that's going to be Kilicha jamming for Durango.
And Cutthroat Cali jamming for Lava City.
And the full strength defense right there.
5-on-5 on the track. Durango in front.
We head back into the play.
Pile up there on the straightaway. And that gets Kilicha through first in white, Durango, number 1013, and she is your lead jammer.
And Cutthroat Cali trying to fight her way through. She breaks out in front as they push it past the 20-foot mark. About half a lap behind, coming up.
Yeah, that's right. They were able to keep her in the pack until turn 4.
And Kilicha having a little bit of trouble getting through that front wall. Calls it off. She only gets 3 points. But she does keep Lava City from scoring at all on that jam. So with that, 8 minutes left to play, Lava City at 44, Durango at 35.
On the period clock, number 566, Jess Stroyer.
Again, we're still seeing this constant back and forth.
As for Lava City, coming out from Bend, Oregon.
So it's going to be Anya Az for Lava City and Jess Stroyer jamming for Durango. And getting on that outside line, Jess Stroyer gets through quickly, gets lead jammer status for Durango.
Anya is having to contend with a 2-wall. She's shifted to the outside, able to recover before going out of bounds. Now she's got all 4 Durango blockers to contend with, trying to force her way through, and she does. Jukes to the inside, clears the pack.
And we had mirror images happening there of the black jerseys and white jerseys, as there was also the 4-wall doing the exact same strategy. Both teams doing the same strategy there.
And Durango picking up 1.
All you need is more points than your opponent.
That was like the hardest earned single point I've seen in this game so far.
Yeah, almost a 0-0 jam. She was able to squeak by, get that 1 point. And again, seeing Lava City's jammer coming up, calls it off.
And Juice Newcomb now on the jammer line for Lava City.
Bad check Bahati jamming for Durango.
And heavy hitting this Bad check Bahati down a little smack.
Bad check Bahati in the middle of the pack, trying to get around this Lava City defense.
Up on one skate backwards, Juice Newcomb earning that lead jammer position for Lava City.
That was fantastic. 1 foot backwards, gliding around the apex.
I mean, I could do that. I just don't want to. No, that was amazing skating that she did, and definitely earned that lead jammer status.
And Bad check Bahati, all 4 Lava City blockers at the front of the pack, trying to force her out, but she manages to stay just on the inside of the tape.
Yeah, a big hit there from Elvira Mental, but she's able to stay up, stay in bounds, and start her scoring run. And so now we have two Durango blockers holding Juice Newcomb, so she's only able to score 3 points on that go-around. And now it looks like there will be an official review being called by Lava City, probably trying to see if they can get some more points on that last go-around.
Number 10-13, Kill Icha.
I say points you can only put your official review for that previous jam. Once another jam has elapsed, can't do it. So if you do have a question on points, very important to get it in there quickly.
Official review underway. That official review signaled. So they're correcting the period clock to 5 minutes and 39 seconds.
So it looks like they're just clearing up some time right now, unrelated to the official review, but we are going to be at 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first half. And it is 47-36. Lava City still on top. Lava City ranked 126 with the WFTDA. They were founded in 2006 and joined WFTDA all the way back in 2008. Durango is currently ranked 162. They were Apprentice League in July of 2012 and got full membership 2 years later in July of 2014.
And just looking at the lead jammer counts for this first half, we've had 21 jams so far. Of those 21, Durango's had lead jammer for 11 of them, Lava City the other 10. So pretty evenly split down the board. And still, penalties not really a factor. It's all coming down to getting that lead jammer status, and it goes back and forth so often. So we've had a couple of streaks. Lava City had 5 in a row. Then Durango had 6 in a row after that. And it's been basically back and forth, jam for jam, ever since
that.
Kelly taking off.
Whoa, a big hit there on Lava City's jammer, and it looks like it paid off, as it is lead jammer for Durango, but out in front of her is Lava City, and that was Cutthroat Cali for Lava, who took a big hit, and that hit gave Durango all the time they needed to get lead jammer, but because the jammers were so close together, had to call it off. No points for either team on that one.
Yeah, Kilicha doing the smart call there, keeping it conservative. Don't want to risk any points, especially when you're down by 11. So a very tight game, but when it's tight like this, you can't afford to give up anything. Lava City lining up in the front of the pack and another scrum start. Lava City's jammer trying to get past a 3-wall. That's Anya Az jamming for Lava City.
And Jess Stroyer jamming for Durango.
And it's Anya Az going to be your lead jammer. She's making her way up towards the back of the pack. Jess Stroyer still trying to get through.
And some great some great pack play there. They're all the way over on the outside of the track. The inside track wide open for Lava City, and they're able to get 5 points for Anya Az.
And Jess Stroyer taking advantage of that. She found a hole right up the middle as Lava City was getting their jammer through.
Jess
8-point jam. That's one of the biggest jams we've seen, especially here late in the half.
3 before calling it off. 8 altogether, 55.
So just under 4 minutes left to play. That's going to drive the score. Lava City 55, Durango 36.
And this is like what we had seen earlier in this half, where Lava City starts to get a bigger lead, and then Durango rallies. The last time it was about 5 jams in a row, and they came back to just a single point difference there.
Exactly.
And number 1, 2, 3, Panty Dropper jamming for Lava.
But it's going to be Bad Check Pohati for Durango, your lead jammer.
Yeah, some big hits there in between turns 3 and 4, but she was able to stay in bounds and get that lead jammer.
Panty Dropper gets dropped as she makes her way to the infield to avoid the cutting the track penalty. Has to recycle back around almost a quarter lap.
They're taking her back as far as they can.
Bad Check Pohati slips around.
Juice Newcomb was trying to hold her there. Juice Newcomb also a jammer for Lava City, so some effective blocking there. She knows, can get inside jammers' heads.
And Bad Check Pohati picked up 4 or 5 on the previous pass. Coming around this time, that's going to be another 5.
And Panty Dropper being cycled back all the way behind Shotgun Shaheen.
And she's got a solid 4-wall Durango defense at the back of the pack, just holding her.
And that's a cut track now being called on Bad Check Pohati, and that's going to send her to the bench, and that's going to give a power jam to Lava City. And we'll see what Panty Dropper can do here with this 30 seconds. Looks like she's going to start with a star pass to the pivot. Oh, but a big hit slowing her down there on turn 4.
That was a nice little can opener there, just pretty much stopping her in her tracks.
Yeah, that was courtesy of Shotgun Shaheen. But that's Dame Deviant now. Number 4 for Lava City will be the new jammer. But as she tries to make her way on that outside line, but now we've got Durango having to let her go. And before the jam is over, that is 5 points. So a very interesting jam there.
Absolutely. Durango picking up 10 points, kind of knocking that deficit down a little bit. Lava City picking up 5 after that successful star pass. Our second star pass of this game, 1 for each team. And we're going into what very well could be the last jam of the half, as we only have 1 minute and 7 seconds left on the clock.
Right, and it is 60-49 right now with Lava City still on top.
Yeah, pack very spread out as we started off this jam.
And so there it is, number 44, Screamin' Meanie getting lead jammer status for Lava City.
So still in a power jam. Bad Check Pohati now standing in the box. A power jam about to be over. Durango trying to hold her back, but she does squeeze through. Picks up 5.
Yeah, picking up that 5 points right as number 939, Bad Check Pohati, enters the track for Durango.
Durango trying to hold Lava City's jammer at the front. She calls off the jam, preventing Durango from scoring at all in this jam.
It's a nice round 20-point lead, 69-49.
So Lava City up right now, currently 69-49 for Durango. That is the end of the first half. Just waiting to see if anyone's going to call a timeout and give us one more jam.
Nope, the half ends. We're going to have a 10-minute halftime so we can keep everything on track here and running smooth at Mayday.
Yes, and when we come back, I'm going to do some number crunching here. Make sure I've got all my arithmetic correct. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back here to the second half of the Lava City Roller Dolls Smoke and Ashes against the Durango Roller Girls Durango Derailers. My name is Rock the Mike.
I am L. Ryan Hubbard.
And for those of you guys just tuning in, when we left at the end of the first half, Lava City was on top 69, Durango with 49. Some fancy fun facts for you. That first half, 25 jams total. I did some quick math on it. So of the 30 minutes, 18 minutes of actual play time. We didn't have a whole lot as far as timeouts go. And as far as getting that lead jammer status, Durango had it 13 jams, Lava City 12. So constantly back and forth. And already started here, second half underway. Durango in white, Lava City in black.
And that is 1-0-1-3 Kilicha jamming for Durango.
And she's going to be your lead jammer.
She's going up against Anya Az, number 1 from Lava City, who has made her way through the pack as well, desperately trying to catch up there to Kilicha.
Number 24, Jen Dillon, sitting in the box on that corner penalty from.
And Kilicha going to go ahead and call off the jam, picking up 1 point.
Yeah, Lava City was effectively able to try to get up in front of the of Durango to force her to work harder and take longer to get those points, giving their jammer time to catch up and force that call off.
Yeah, second half starting much like the first half did. Small, low-scoring jams.
969 Cutthroat Cali jamming for Lava City now. And for Durango in white, coming around turn 1, that is number 566, Jess Stroyer, and she is able to pick up lead jammer.
And Cutthroat Cali, though, not too far behind her, about a quarter a lap to pick up.
And now just 2 blockers out there for Durango, and that was number 31, Mega Bash, living up to her name as she was sort of clearing out that whole straightaway there.
Yeah, Destroyer picks up 4 points, calls off the jam. Now only 15-point deficit. Lava City still 69. Durango now up to 54. 2 jams in a row. Durango lead jammer status.
And once again,
a close call there. A little confusion. There is a blocker in the box for Durango, and so they were debating on fielding that 4th one or not. It looks like they ultimately made the right call.
Yes,
and
they did.
Kept that there. That is number 211, Juice Newcomb in it for Lava City, getting lead jammer. Going up against Icarumba, jamming in white there for Durango, and still trying to get her way through the pack. This could be a big opportunity for Lava City to keep putting some more points up on the board.
Yes, and Lava City trying to go for a momentum shift here, getting that lead jammer status, picking up 5 points.
But Icarumba now through the pack on her scoring run, right behind her. Going to, we might see a little jammer on jammer dueling there, or she'll just try to skate around and blow off some time before she calls it off. Pack starting to speed up a little, both teams trying to get in front.
It's all going to come down to who gets through faster. Icarumba gets up into the back of the pack before the call off. Icarumba picks up 3.
Yeah, she got out there. She put her hips back out as far as she could, and really worked hard and got those. That was an impressive 3 points she was able to get there.
Last boost of speed there at the last second, just to get up there, get past that blocker, get those couple quick points.
This next one up, it's going to be Screamin' Mimi out there.
Screamin' Mimi, number 44 for Lava.
And Durango controlling the front of the pack, trying to hold her back, all 4 of them.
And we have Bad Check Bohati coming through on turn 1 there in white for Durango.
And Bad Check Bohati trying to contend through this wall of lava as she tries to break her way through the front. Jumps around to the inside.
And gets lead jammer.
Looks like somebody played with fire and didn't get burned.
And Screaming Mimi getting mixed up there. Some wall defense in front of her. They get too far out, get a penalty, but she is able to get through as the blockers there are trying to keep Bad Check in line.
Oh, she sees that other jammer coming up, calls off the jam. She picks up 3.
Let's see. No points for Lava City. I can't see how many fingers that is.
We got 3 out there.
So if my unofficial math is correct, and there we go, it is. Lava City 74, Durango now up to 60.
Points now.
Again, we're seeing that back and forth action that we had all the way through the first half.
And this game is really coming down to just which team can get lead jammer. The penalties have not been a big issue in this game. Not a lot of power jams. Just a few times we've seen the micro pack out there, just 2 blockers.
Yeah, and even that's been pretty rare.
Jammer's pushing away there. That is 1013 Kilicha for Durango. And there we go, Lava getting through. They tried to chase her down, but we do have Lava getting lead jammer, Cutthroat Callie earning that for her team. Oh, and now a cut track penalty being called on Kilicha, and that's going to give a power jam to Lava, and we're going to see what Cutthroat Callie can do with that.
Yeah, that is only the 4th jammer penalty we've seen in this entire game.
And 2 of those had happened in the same jam, so it's sort of able to minimize any sort of really big points that could be scored by either team. But already off to a very good start, 10 points this jam so far for Cutthroat Callie and the Lava City Roller Dolls.
Yeah, Cutthroat Callie able to pack a little bit of a lead on here. So a momentum shift towards Lava City.
And there we go, a great job from Durango. They hit her out. Instead of cycling back, she just decides to call it off. As she could see that the jammer was now out of the penalty box.
Yeah, so power jam over, calls it off. Doesn't want to have to try and fight for another pass. Get a fresh start with some new jammers in there. Durango going to start this one up, lining up in the front. Currently 1 blocker down, so it's going to be 4-on-3 pack advantage for Lava City.
And with that 14-point jam, it is now a 28-point game here with 23 minutes to go.
I believe that's the biggest margin we've seen so far in this game.
The action stalling there, some penalties are called, but that is going to be number 1, Anya Az, jamming for Lava City and picking up lead jammer as well.
We got Destroyer jamming for Durango. She tries to find her way up the inside line. Takes a big hit from Dame Deviant and has to cycle back around. But Destroyer has cleared the pack.
That's right, she's able to pick up 4 points. She's now going to be behind Destroyer, sees her about to go into the pack and calls it off. And just 4 points scored on that jam by Lava City.
So Lava City now quickly approaching the century mark. 92-60, currently the score, 22.5 left to play.
32-point advantage.
And this time up on the line, we're going to see.
And so we're still seeing the back and forth action happening here. Lava City 2 jams in a row now. They've had lead jammer. And Durango going to go and call a timeout.
Timeout being called by Durango.
Yeah, that's a good use of that timeout. It's been a very close game. It shot up to now a 32-point game. Going to take that timeout, calm everything down.
Yeah, take another look at the situation, figure out what you need to adjust. Speaking of calming down, we're having a good time over here. Hope you guys are having a good time at home watching us on ColoradoSports.TV. If you like what you're seeing, there is a donate button there on the bottom of your screen. Please feel free to click that button, donate. It's the weekend. You don't need to go to Starbucks and get a latte, so take that $5. Donate it to a local company that provides you coverage for local sports.
Yeah, absolutely. They have been a huge help here, covering both tracks, like 12-hour days, 2 days in a row. Again, it's Sunday as well, another long day. Just a huge help here. Great equipment, a lot of fun, a great crew. So you click on that donate button. I'm going to be buying some DVDs so I can listen to my voice over and over again.
And if you want to listen to our voices, let us know, and we will autograph those DVDs for you.
I thought you were going to say we could come personally announce events for them.
For a modest fee, yes. No, we don't charge.
All right, back on the track. That is going to be number 44, Screamin' Meanie, getting lead jammer status for Lava City. And we have number 939, Bad Check Bo Hottie out there for Durango.
Bit of a tongue twister, that one. Bad Check Bo
Yeah,
Hottie.
You probably haven't been able to tell, but I've been struggling with that one almost every single time.
And Lava City going to go and call off the jam after picking up 4. 4 points for number 44.
And it looks like they're debating on calling that for that official review. Looks like by the hands of some of the skaters, it looks like they believe there should have been a skating out of bounds penalty assessed. So they're going to go out there and try and challenge those officials and try to get them to think the same way they do.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get some info on what's actually going on with this official review. So the last 3 jams in a row, Lava City has gotten that lead jammer status. So it's starting to break away a little bit. Good solid momentum shift. Durango with this official review, maybe trying to break that up, get some clarification on some things.
And this is very similar to Lava City's previous game they were playing against Happy Valley, where the leads would get close, get close, get close. They'd have a big jam and a run and start to run away at that lead. Then in this case, it was against Happy Valley. They would start to close in again, and they would pull away. And that first game ended with just a 9-point game. So we could still see anything happen here with still over 21 minutes to go.
And plenty of time for Durango to shake this up, bring it back in. Lava City had the lead for quite a while. Durango started off the game, the initial 4 points, then Lava City came back slowly, took over the lead. It's been steadily building it. Durango, periodically comes back in, starts to decrease that margin. So very much a back and forth game. Penalties not a factor at all. Penalty count very low. We've only had 2 jams go the full 2 minutes. We've only had 1 0-0 jam.
And we are back on the track. From the official review, no penalty time or point changes, so it looks like the official review, there was no changes made there.
The call or no call, as it was, stands.
And that's 1-0-1-3 Kilicha. She is jamming for Durango. She's able to pick up lead jammer status. But Lava City's jammer is through. That is Cutthroat Callie. And she is trying to make up some of the distance there. And it is 4 points now being awarded for Durango.
Right there again, that momentum shift. Durango getting that lead jammer, getting that quick 4 points, calling off the jam. Same strategy we've seen from both teams this entire game.
We have I Carumba, number 911, jamming for Durango.
And Durango lining up in the front of the pack, holding Lava City's jammer back.
Yeah, they're making their way now through turn 1 as Anya, as the jammer for Lava City, still fighting her way through. And that is going to be lead jammer for Durango. I Carumba getting lead, but she got hit into the inside and is now having to cycle back. Meanwhile, a forearm penalty being called on Anya as.
Volatile trying to force a cutting the track penalty.
So now I Carumba had to go through the pack twice, just at one time to get that lead jammer, the other time as lead jammer, but that was due to being cycled back, so no points scored on that one.
Yes, I had to complete that initial pass, and she did get recycled. Working on her scoring run right now.
Jen Illen from Durango.
Trying to up the inside, shoots the out.
Skaters taking a little tumble there at turn 4. And that is I Carumba deciding to call it off after she picks up 5 points for Durango.
Lava City no points on that one. The momentum shift now clearly in favor of Durango for the time being.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen in 2 minutes from now.
If the trend continues, it's been very back and forth. Score now 96-69. It's the same if you read it either direction.
That's right, a palindrome score.
Yes.
Gotta love that. And so we are at number 44 now, Screamin' Meanie getting lead jammer for Lava City. And we have Durango's jammer through as well, number 566, Jess Stroyer.
And she's about a third of a lap behind for most of that before the call-off.
2 points going on.
Lava City picking up a quick 2.
69, approaching 18.
Now that's bringing them to 98 points now, 98 to 69 here as we get ready for the next jam.
Her counterpart, number 1013, Phil Icha from Durango.
That is Kill Icha, who is going to be jamming for Durango.
Well, in terms of lead percentage this period,
yeah, both teams forming up walls. Lava City on the inside, Durango on the outside, but Kilicha gets around first, your lead jammer.
And a cut track now being assessed on Lava City's jammer Cutthroat Cali. It's going to be a big, big power jam here now for Durango. This is an opportunity they've been waiting for here to cut into that lead that Lava has been running up recently.
Yeah, Kilicha needs to get around quickly, get as many points on that board as she can. There's 5 right there. So she's got a little bit of time to work with. Durango doing a good job holding the pack steady, using that passive offense, making it easier for her to get around in time. As she tries to work her way through, gets cycled into the infield, has to come back around behind.
Cycles back short distance and looking to
3 wall to get through.
Yeah, trying to push her to that outside. She manages to stay in and gets through for 5 points. And now time over on the power jam as the bench just clears out. And we have Lava City, we have Cutthroat Cali making her way back onto the track.
And Kilicha forced to the outside.
This time she did not manage to stay in bounds, got hit out and had to cycle back.
Lava City still on their initial pass. So Kilicha still has a little bit of opportunity to work with here. Cutthroat Cali trying to get around that last Durango blocker. She spins around and gets through.
Yeah, they were going shoulder to shoulder there all the way from turn 1 to turn 2, but she had to let her go through.
And Kilicha keeping a good eye on the situation, calls off the jam. But she picked up 13 points on that one. So a big jam for Durango.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely needed that power jam to keep them in striking distance of that score.
And speaking of scores, Lava City on top currently with 98, Durango 82. So very quickly closing that gap.
Yeah, still 15, just 15 minutes to go here in the game time here in the second half.
Durango controlling the front of the pack as Lava City's jammer tries to fight her way through. That is number 1, Anya Az.
And now
Destroyer?
Yes, Destroyer jamming for Durango out there, making her way through to start her scoring run. Big pile up there on turn 3. Skaters looking at the refs like, am I good? Am I good? No penalties called. They get up and keep skating.
Yeah, so Brutal B taking that hit there. Gets back up. She's fine. Look, we're good? We're good? Okay.
And now 3 points put up on the board for Lava City. They've taken them to 101 now as they get to the triple digits on the scoreboard.
Yeah, breaking that century mark. 45 minutes in to get to that point. I'll say defense clearly been playing a strong role in this game.
Very defensive game. This is one of the lowest scoring games. I mean, anything can happen in 15 minutes.
Absolutely.
But at this point in most of the games, the scores have not been this low.
No, or this tight.
Or this close.
A very close game.
And bad check, Bo Hottie. There we go. The lead jammer for Durango. A big hit. A big hit there from number 8, Knickerblocker, cycling her back all the way through. She is still lead, and we have 44 Screaming Meanie sneaking in there, and it looks like she is, yes, able to get
picks up
4 points. The team, the bench, everyone going crazy there, telling her to call off the jam.
We got fans on the far side yelling, call it off, call it off.
As we are just under 14 minutes left.
And Lava City picking up 4 points on that.
And a lot of times you'll see those lead jammers forget that they're lead because they got cycled back through. They don't realize that they've gotten that lead jammer status and can call it off.
And I believe that is the first time we've had a lead jammer who didn't score points where the other jammer did.
And it's going to be number 211, Juice Newcomb, jamming for Lava City.
And And Kilicha jamming for Durango.
Kilicha working her way through front, and yes, getting lead jammer status for Durango. Juice Newcomb making her way through tuberculosis, trying to hold her through, but had to let her go.
And Kilicha calling off the jam. She picks up 2 points.
Yeah, Juice Newcomb came in fast, tried to get those hips behind those opposing skaters, was not able to do it, and so no points there for Lava City.
Yes, a good job on the other jammer awareness there by Kilicha. Know exactly where she is, calling it off at the right time.
So we're in the game of inches at this point.
22-point deficit now. Lava City at 106, Durango 84. 12.5 minutes left to play. This one could come down to the wire.
Yeah, absolutely can.
Durango in the front of the pack, trying to hold Anyaz back, but she does break free. Anyaz, your lead jammer.
Yeah, and we have Durango still there, mixing it up. Not even quite yet to turn 1 yet. That's Destroyer. Some great defense. Like we were saying, this low-scoring, close game is due to the aggressive defense both teams have been playing.
Yeah, Anyaz finding her way through a 2-wall. Durango doing a great job bridging back, keeping those 2 in play.
And here's all of Lava City's blockers now on the inside line. Looks like they're going to try to snake over, lock those Durango blockers. It worked very well. One still out in front, though. Kim Jen-Ilin, the last line of defense. But she's able to get through for the full 5 points and calls it off. That was some great defense there from Lava. As you can see them just lined up right on that inside track. And this is one solid move. They just pin all the opposing blockers onto that outside and leave the inside wide open for their jammer.
Yeah, Destroyer got a cutting the track penalty, so Lava City going to start off in a power jam. Not an ideal situation for Durango at this point.
No, this is at the point you really have to avoid those power jams. I mean, when there's only 11 minutes left and you're in those striking distance, power jams are going to ruin being able to get back up on top.
So there is still just under 11 minutes left to play. Durango's got time. They can come back. Well, Cutthroat Cali jamming for Lava City, and she's going to be our lead jammer.
Destroyer there standing up now, making her way onto the track here. The blockers lined up at turn 1.
Hops on her toe stops, avoids going out of bounds, cuts to the inside, trying to find a lane. The pack just cycling itself around her.
Yeah, Lava, she passes a blocker, hits the next one. That blocker leapfrogs over in front of them, and that just continued there through that whole straightaway.
And Cutthroat Cali calling off the jam, picking up 4.
4 points now for Lava, bringing it to 120 to 84. Now just under 10 minutes to go, and we are getting another timeout being called by Durango.
So Durango now 1 timeout remaining. They've lost their official review. So controlling their timeout, whether or not to hang on to that last one's going to be a very difficult decision to make. Don't want to waste it.
We thank you all.
Lava City currently score of 120, Durango 84. And just looking at the jammer stats here, it continues to be back and forth.
For being here with us this weekend. Definitely want to give a big shout out.
Lava City had the last 2 jams in a row. Previously to that, Durango had 2 in a row.
Over the globe. As far away as England,
yeah, Lava City's been using a very effective jammer rotation there, keeping those main jammers, Cutthroat Cali, Screamin', Meanie, Anyaz, all going through, and Juice Newcomb. Juice Newcomb also, in addition to jamming, doing a lot of great blocking, but Lava City with a very powerful jammer rotation.
Care of everybody. And again, another big shout out to the Slaughterhouse Derby Girls for hosting Mayday Mayhem 2015. And another great year.
Yeah, 16 jams into this second half. Lead jammer status is 8 and 8. So right down the middle again.
Now we've got Durango with just 2 blockers out there. That's actually bad check Bo Hadi blocking now. But 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 now Screamin' Meanie able to get through to get lead jammer status for Lava City. But out of the box, Ay Caramba now through and getting a cut track penalty. And so that is going to be a power jam here for Lava. And Screamin' Meanie getting through to pick up 5 points.
So Lava City now really starting to pack on this lead. A 41-point now gap.
Yeah, Durango is already starting with just 2 blockers out there on the track. Then they had their jammer go to the box. This is a great opportunity for Lava City to put some points, continue putting points up on the board.
Yeah, penalties definitely becoming a factor here late in the game.
Durango hanging on, but just
and Lava City going to call off the jam. No additional points are being scored.
Yeah, they came around turn 2, saw the jammer standing there in the box and decided to call it off, so they have that advantage of getting to start there in the power jam. That will be Ay Caramba, who will be making her way onto the track here for Durango.
Yes, in 10 seconds or less, as she is currently standing. So Durango really got to work this defense very strongly from the beginning. Ay Caramba now making her way back to the track, but not before Anya Az gets through, gets that lead jammer status.
Ay Caramba returning to the track.
So that is now 4 jams in a row. Lava City's got the lead jammer.
4 consecutive lead calls.
Lava City taking control here late in the second half.
Some great, a last-minute bridge there to keep that 3-wall blocking. That was number 85 Tuberculosis who kept that defense going. But we do now have Ay Caramba through, starting her scoring run for Durango.
And Anya is going to call off the jam as she picks up an additional 4 or 5 points.
So we have Lava City, again, for you, that they are in black. They're at 135, Durango in white at 84. 7.5 minutes to go here in the game.
And for the next jam, Durango lining up in front of the pack. Again, we're going with a scrum start here.
Almost every jam has started with Durango in that exact formation there on that scrum line.
They spread it out nice and wide, gives them a lot of coverage area on the track.
Lead jammer status for Lava, that is Cutthroat Cali.
And Kilicha jamming for Durango.
Still just getting beat up there by the blockers as they try their best to keep her and get in from game through and get their jammer get points. That's 5 points now on the board for Lava.
Yeah, Lava doing some great defensive work there as they come around turns 3 and 4. Went from a 3-wall to a 2-wall. At that point, she had 1 left to get around, but then that second blocker comes back up, reforms the 2-wall, and is able to hold her just long enough.
Cutthroat Cali getting hit to the outside as they come around turn 1. Looks like she was still able to get 3 more points. Got hit out of bounds, didn't want to cycle back in, and called it off to avoid letting Durango get any points.
Yeah, so they've got a bit of a comfortable lead at this point.
Yeah.
No need to go through and recklessly put yourself in a position where they have a chance to catch it up.
Again, now we see the team maximizing their time, waiting until that 5-second call from the jam timer to wait to call out that timeout, giving them a 1.5 minute timeout ostensibly instead of just the minute timeout.
And it also runs down the period clock a little bit too. At this point, Lava City time management is going to become, a focus. Don't want to rush through anything. You got that opportunity, take that time out, but let it wait until jam's about to start. Get that extra 30 seconds off the clock.
All you have to do is take your photo with the DerbySupply.net logo, which you can find.
On the flip side of that, Durango, they need to start making these happen quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Just 6 minutes, 3 seconds on the clock.
59-point gap. If Durango can get through, get a couple of power jam situations, some high-scoring jams, they could come back and tie it up. Given the back-and-forth nature of this game, I don't see that as being very likely. I think it's going to continue being tight all the way through the end.
slide down that logo to the Mayday Mayhem.
So Lava City currently with the momentum. 5 jams in a row now they've had lead jammer. But just as I say that, Durango comes through and breaks that up.
No, those darn skaters always just proving us wrong all the time.
Bad check Bohati coming out, getting lead jammer.
Lava City's jammer is through on her scoring run, and she that Screaming Meanie trying to come in into the pack and pick up some points as well. And bad check Bohati hit to the outside, and now both jammers mixing it up there in the pack.
Yeah, both jammers on scoring runs. Bad check Bohati needs to get through and call this.
Durango pivot, Iker up on number 98. They're hanging on to Screaming Meanie for a few extra seconds.
And 4 points scored for both jammers.
4 points as Bad check Bohati calls it off.
And Bad check Bohati with the call off. That's going to put us under the 5-minute mark when the next jam starts.
Track number 2.
Again, Durango lining up in the front, spread out kind of wide.
Let's give it for all these
Mega Bash, though, skating around, facing the clockwise direction, going to direct some traffic.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of effective use of that diamond or triangle defense where the skater in front will go backwards and be the air traffic controller for the rest of the blockers.
So you can see where people are lining up their shots at. You can say, no, you need to go here, and you need to go here now. And just kind of pushing people around to get them where you need them. Anya is jamming for Lava City. If she gets out, she's going to be your lead jammer.
It looks like some penalties there for a Durango blocker.
Please don't die,
While their jammer Destroyer trying to make her way through that pack, but some tight defense there from Lava City, making it very difficult.
Durango appears they're going with a star pass. Destroyer has removed the helmet cover. He's been handed off to a pivot. That is Shotgun Shaheen. And she does have it in hand. But Anya gets through, picks up 5.
And there we go. That is a low block called on Shotgun Shaheen as she was trying to fight her way through that pack. Does give her some time to put the star cover over the pivot.
So she will have to sit as the jammer now since she has it in hand. It is now on her head.
From Destroyer.
So we do have the power jam in play for Lava City.
Lava City now staying in the back, trying to break that up. Durango bridging, they have to let her go through, and Anya Az going to call that jam off after she picks up another 4 points. 5 points would make more sense.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see sometimes. We're waiting on the scoreboard to update. We see the jam rough. We don't always see that thumb. Then they turn around, it pops out.
3 minutes on the period clock. Let's stick my neck out. I suggest that.
And with less than 3 minutes to go, Durango now calling their final timeout.
You've got it. There's not much point to holding it off. You can call this timeout. Make sure your team's focused as they are going into, now just under 3 minutes to go. Make sure they all have cool heads, avoid any more big penalties or power jams to keep that point spread as low as possible.
Just get a chance to regroup, regain your focus, and just hit it hard in those last couple of minutes, finish out strong.
Already used their official review for this period, so they no longer have any way to stop that period.
21 jams in at this point. First half we had 25. We're going to be very close to that for the second half.
A statement going into the end of this game that they are not to be denied either.
Well, indeed, we've seen them play tough all weekend long so far, and that they are going to bring it 100% for our last just over 2.5 minutes of gameplay. The one thing I have not given a shout out to folks is all the teams that have come down and played this weekend. Awesome derby.
All right, lead jammer status starting to break away from our 1-to-1 ratio here. Durango 9. Lava City now moving ahead to 12 times they've had lead jammer status for this half.
And as we are getting more games done here from these 2 days, it looks like Lava is going to come out as the #1 seed here from this pool.
All right, Lava with that currently lead jammer status.
Number 10, Shotgun Shaheen. hanging on to the star from Durango.
As Cutthroat Cali jamming for Lava City.
Yeah, so just for you at home, how the tournament, we do have some more tournament results to go through, but let's get back to the action on the track there. Another star pass there. Now this one, a little vice versa. This one went from Shotgun Shaheen over to her pivot now.
That's Bad Bohadi with the star again. Yeah, Shotgun Shaheen having been in the box from the previous star pass. Jam is called off. 1:45 left on the clock. We've got time for one, maybe two more if they go quickly enough.
Called off. Keep Durango scoreless on the jam. We are approaching a minute and a half here in our...
Yeah, so it looks like Lava will come out number 1. Muddy likely to be number 2 due to the point differentials. Rage number 3 and Cheyenne number 4.
They have their hands in the game. They're executing well.
All right, and those games are going to be starting up here later on this afternoon after the break. The Rage City, in the meantime, getting through lead jammer. That's going to be Screamin' Meanie.
And Lava City has done very good. They have been on a roll here, controlling these last minutes of the game.
And Kilicha jamming for Durango, trying to get as many last-second points as she can, but Screamin' Meanie calls off the jam after picking up another 4.
In the second half is that going to Smoke and Ashes.
And everybody lining up very quickly. We are going to have time for one final jam. 40 seconds left on the period clock.
All right, and very likely we are seeing lined up here our final jam, depending on how this plays out. 31 seconds, 30 seconds, and we are going to see Dirty Joe out there.
All right, Durango lined up in the front of the pack as we get this, what should be, I believe, the final jam of this game.
There's some great communication there from the team. They almost fielded a pivot, even though the pivot is in the penalty box, throwing that pivot cover off very quickly. Now we have Lava City hitting out Destroyer, who is jamming for Durango, cycling her back all the way to the pivot line.
And Dirty Joe putting on the star for the first time here for Lava City. She gets that lead jammer status.
On jam time.
First time out in the last jam of the game. She calls it off. Period clock has run out as Durango goes for a final star pass. That star pass intended for Bad Bohadi.
Yep, time running out though in the game. Unofficial final 180-290. So it does appear Lava will come out as the number 1 team from their pool. So congratulations to Lava City. Well played, Durango. Definitely a very interesting game to watch. Some very good defense there. Both teams playing very hard till that final second.
Yes, a lot of back and forth all the way through the entirety of the first half and most of the second half. It wasn't until the last 12 minutes or so that Lava City really started pushing ahead and took control of this game. They did have a few large scoring jams in the first half, which kind of set them up and get their lead extended a little bit. But then late in the second half, they really took control and just kept driving that score up and up. So fantastic job for Lava City. We'll be seeing them again here later on in just a little bit.
That's right. Thank you, Colorado Sports TV. Continue checking us out on them. Hit that donate button and order those DVDs and have myself and Rock sign them for you.
And we're going to go and sign it off, and we'll see you later.